Yo, what's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and rumors. Just the other day, another update came out about Lonzo Ball. I'm also going to be talking about how K.C. Johnson was on the Bulls Talk podcast just the other day, and he was linking a free agent target to the Chicago Bulls. And later in today's video, Javonte Green was talking to the media, talking about his offseason plans, and he also was talking about the rumored beef that Bleacher Report did make up and put out about DeMar and LaVine. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video about all the news and rumors and updates I'm about to jump into. Also check out my last video if you guys missed it. Thank you guys for all the love on that last video. I was talking about a few draft prospects, how the Bulls are interested in drafting them, and how the Bulls have been linked to a bunch of prospects in many NBA mock drafts. But either way, like I said earlier in today's video, let's just jump right into the whole Lonzo Ball update. And let's just be honest, this whole Lonzo Ball situation has been honestly a complete mess. I really don't believe this situation could have gone any, I'd say, more wrong. And just yesterday, an article did come out from The Athletic, and the Bulls insider, Darnell Mayberry, he works for The Athletic. He covers all the Bulls news, injury updates, and everything like that. And let's just be, short and simple. This whole situation has been a mess. The LaVine situation has kind of also been a mess with him just having knee surgery, all the rumors coming out about him, even though I do expect the Bulls to re-sign him on a max contract. But now with this update, the Chicago Bulls now have another thing to worry about entering this NBA offseason. And per Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic, he just put out an article yesterday, and he reported that this week that Lonzo Ball is still not right. It's been months, that's crazy to read that and hear that. And Darnell even suggested that Lonzo Ball's availability for this upcoming season is becoming an increasing concern. Mayberry adds that another surgery for Lonzo Ball cannot be ruled out at this point if Lonzo Ball continues to fail to show some improvement, even though Lonzo Ball's camp has reportedly given no indication that another surgery is in the works. But like I said, it's been months. He had surgery back in January. It's now June, and it's still bothering him. He can't wrap up, and it's still a big problem. So it's looking more and more likely Lonzo might need surgery. It's definitely a big concern. I mean, what more can I say? Lonzo Ball was the X factor of this team, the Bulls' best defender, best three-point shooter. I mean, he was the point guard of this offense. He ran the offense. He was pretty much just the free safety of the Chicago Bulls, running all over the court, throwing passes, getting steals, just being the X factor, like I just said. And I've made many update videos surrounding Lonzo Ball for the past few weeks to months now, and I'm going to be short and simple. I don't know what more to say. I'll definitely keep you guys updated if more news comes out, but it's definitely still a big concern that Lonzo's still having, I'd say, knee issues. He's still not right. I really hope he doesn't need another surgery, but at the end of the day, if that's going to get him 100%, he might have to miss the start of next season. But either way, definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about that Lonzo Ball update. Obviously, it's not great news. I feel like the news just keeps continuing to get worse and worse. But either way, let's just jump right into the second topic, because like I was saying earlier in today's video, K.C. Johnson was on the Bulls Talk podcast. Definitely go check out that podcast and follow K.C. Johnson on Twitter. He was talking, they did like an off-season mailbag for their podcast, and he did link a free agent target to the Chicago Bulls. And on the podcast, they were talking about how the Bulls don't have that much salary cap, obviously, in this upcoming offseason. They're kind of limited on trade assets and honestly just assets, period. And they were talking about how the Chicago Bulls have to look at mid-level guys anywhere between, like, I'd say $5 to $10 million. And obviously, this free agency class this year is not the best. But according to K.C. Johnson, the Kyle Anderson and Chicago Bulls connection might already have some early momentum behind it. K.C. Johnson did say on the podcast, "I'm glad you mentioned my guy. I was told to keep an eye on him at the NBA trade deadline by someone, and he never heard anything after that." K.C. Johnson did say Kyle Anderson would be a fantastic fit for this roster. He made about $10 million last season, so you're right. He's going to be looking for a raise. He's coming off a 4-year, $37 million contract. And I'm going to be real, I don't think the Chicago Bulls can afford him. It's going to be really hard. I mean, he's a very versatile forward that I believe would fit in amazing. He's also an unrestricted free agent on the market. And in his time with the Grizzlies, he's been very solid. And I'd say the only reason why he might be in the Chicago Bulls price range is because this past season for the Grizzlies, he didn't play the best. He kind of struggled. But either way, on his career, he's been very solid. I mean, he has been healthy for most of his career. And in about 20 minutes per game on his career, career, he has averaged 7 points per game, shooting about 48% from the field. You know, his three-point shot's kind of a big concern, I'd say. And that's the only thing that I'd say he doesn't really fit in that well with this Bulls roster, because this Bulls team needs three-point shooting, and on his career, he's only a 33% shooter. His three-point percentage has been all over in his career. I mean, back in 2016, he shot 38%. Just in 2020, he shot 36%. And then back in 2018, 2017, he only shot 27%. So I really don't know. His three-pointers all over the place. But to continue on his career averages, he also did average 4 rebounds, about 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per game. You know, if the Bulls could get him for a right price, I wouldn't be mad if we did sign him. I mean, he is only 28 years old. He's a 6'9" small forward. He's very versatile, would help out the Bulls playmaking, but I'm going to be real. I feel like there's probably better options out there, especially for the price and the price tag that he's going to want. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Casey Johnson linking Kyle Anderson to the Chicago Bulls. And the final topic in today's video is about Javonte Green. You know, huge shout out to Daniel Greenberg for putting this tweet out. And Javonte Green was talking to the media just the other day, and he said he's been working on his offensive game with the Chicago Bulls coaches. And that's great to hear. You know, let me just first off say I love Javonte Green. He's a dog. I believe he was a very surprising factor for this past season. Green did continue, and he said that he wants to take some pressure from DeMar, Zach, and Vuce. And I agree. You know, I really like Javonte Green. Like I said, I felt like he was a shock. He kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, he was pretty much the Bulls' power forward for this whole season with Pat out. But I'm going to be real. Most times I felt like Javonte Green just wouldn't shoot the ball when he was wide open, especially in the NBA playoffs. That's why his minutes were kind of all over the place. And I'm going to be real, I don't know why he wouldn't shoot the three when he was open, because this past season he did shoot about 36% from three-point range. That's pretty solid, especially when Vuce, DeMar, and Zach are all getting doubled. You need to be able to knock down the open three. I really like Javonte. I mean, he's on a very cheap contract. I believe the Bulls got a steal. I mean, he did sign a 2-year, $3.4 million contract with the Chicago Bulls just about a year ago. I believe all the little things that he does on that contract is a steal. And other than him working on his offensive game with the Chicago Bulls coaches, he did talk about the rumored beef that Bleacher Report did put out about how Zach LaVine wasn't happy with DeMar and how he wasn't happy being the second option. And Javonte Green did comment on this rumored beef, and he completely shot it down, just like I did in my other video. And he said they are rumors. You know, I pay attention to facts. So if it is a rumor, I'm not about to believe that without getting both sides of the story. Right now, I'm just working on myself. I don't believe that rumor at all. I've talked about this in many videos. Zach, I've never seen Zach this happy on the court. What more do I have to say? I mean, the Bulls finally made the playoffs. Zach finally played a playoff game. He was smiling, laughing, having fun all season. I've said it many times. I don't believe this rumor. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.